Hello. Okay, this is I think part 4 of the same video. It's a couple days, maybe 3 days. Oh, several days. Sorry, several days later. And I do want to make sure the viewing area is okay. What I did in the last video, part 3, I said was part 2, is I cut this circle, excuse me, I cut this circle from this liner and liner roll, and then I attached it. Of course, I took it off because it has just a little bit of overhang there, but it's not enough. So I'm thinking I need a round template of sorts, you know. This would be the one. So I'm gonna cut the circle from this lid. It should be plenty big, and if I have to trim it back, I can easily do that. So I'm gonna be doing that, and let me put that out right now. Hopefully the roll won't curl up on me. Okay, let's do this. Take that handy dandy pen. Ta-da! A circle. Okay, let me get cut along the line here. And I watched the video, the last iPhone video that I made that continues adding to this. What I did was I finished this and I took this liner right here, and I realized when I put the other plastic cup in here that it jiggled about, and I thought, I kind of don't want it to jiggle about, so I took this excess of the extra leftover, and I put it in there, and I thought, wow, that looks really good. So, and it fit perfectly. The cup fit perfectly in there, nice and snug. And I just got done eating a bowl of ice cream in that plastic container, is just similar to this one. It fit perfectly, and the ice cream stayed cold longer, just a little bit longer, you know, just enough that it didn't get soupy on me. I do like to stir up the ice cream, mix everything that I put in there, and just stir it up a little. I think that's called cooking the ice cream, if I'm not mistaken. And it worked perfectly, but I realized that I have to modify or enlarge the circle. This is way too small, so I'm thinking that would probably be okay. And I did kind of, when I put this, let me put this out. When I put this over and I had this on, I was trying to tuck it in, and I thought I can tuck it in a little bit, but it's definitely not going to stay because it's just not going to work. It's not long enough. It's not wide enough. Not big enough. Okay. So, push my scissors away. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that out. See, it is definitely glued right here. Excuse me, very, very securely good thing too. You know, that glue all, Elmer's glue all is working. And I could maybe go in, like here earlier when I wrapped this around, I noticed I had, right here where it's glued, I thought, well, I can just tuck it in here on this side where it's not so glued, and here on this side where it's not so glued. I'm gonna cut slits in the circles, in the circle. I'm gonna cut slits for better tucking in. What do you say? Better tucking in-ness. I know, not a word. And then there's something about the circle when you when you cut slits in it, you know, you tend to kind of go with it, so everything is kind of slanted here a little bit. Okay, yeah, man. Measuring not required. This might take some doing, and I'm gonna have to trim it a little. See, so if I do, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do one at a time here. I got my new glue bottle. Yay! So I'm gonna try that one. Gonna tuck it in. I'm gonna tuck it in here next to that part that's glued nearly all the way down to the edge there. And let's see how that goes for just a smidge here. Maybe move this over a little. Tuck it down a little more. Okay, so I'm going to try that. If it doesn't work, I'll just try something else. Always try something else. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Who said that? It's a famous quote. I can't remember. I took a rubber band, right? Rubber band. Rubber band, man. And that looks pretty stiff. Probably not a good rubber band. Put it around like this to help with the gluing process. Might need another one to help with it. Show me what's out there. There are cats out there. You're safe in here. The red ones seem to be a little tighter, a tighter grip on the, okay. What I don't want it to do is I don't want it to, like this one looks like it's getting ready to come up the side here. Oh, see, it's starting to do it right there, just like I said. So I just want to kind of keep it like that, let it dry. So let's see. That'll probably do it, right? So, this is what we have with this. Okay, and then this one, I was gonna get a bigger piece of this liner and put it on, maybe make it go down a little more, you know, here on the sides, but it actually looks pretty good. This is the finished product. Sorry. This is the finished product of the ice cream koozie. It started out, the whole video started out to be a plethora, covering a plethora of items or something like that, you know, but I spent so long, so many videos, 5 videos or 5 video recordings for making this thing. That's ridiculous, but it was a trial and error type of project for me. I'd never covered this type of container before, and when I started out, like I said, I kept the thin styrofoam covering that the product, the original product came with, to keep some of the insulation in, and then I added this, a layer of this on top of that, and then I put a couple of cardboard strips, maybe about 1/2 inch wide, around the bottom here to kind of keep everything, it was sloping too much, and then I put this on it, and then when I put this in for the ice cream, it was kind of loose and it drove me crazy. So I took an extra piece of the liner. Now I've since, like, I cut out portions on each side, not exactly even, but that's okay because it serves the purpose. So what I did was I added this, and it turned out to look really good. I mean, that looks very decorative, you know, it's like, hey, and it fits snugly in. And I was going to do a time-lapsed video of the ice cream, how long the ice cream lasts or something, show it on my phone. I might do that tonight if I feel so inclined. I'm not sure that I will, but it does last a little bit longer. I tried it out last night. I had a little bit of ice cream in there, and I added a little bit of dark chocolate syrup, caramel syrup, and about half a teaspoon, or no, I think it was more like 1/4 teaspoon of peanut butter powder onto vanilla ice cream, and I stirred it all in, and then I just sat there like this and looked at it to see if it was getting soupy. No, it did not get soupy, and I did eat the ice cream. It stayed firm, or as firm as, I basically created soft serve ice cream, so it stayed like that without getting soupy or runny or anything like that, and it worked. So this is a successful project. This was a job well done. So there you have it. Have a great and wonderful day.